NASA test pilot Milto Thompson is seated inside his wingless metal capsule, which has its first test flight near Edwards Air Force Base in California. The future Space Ferry drops from beneath the wing of the mothership, a bomber, at 45,000 feet. First it maneuvers, then flattens out into a glide. The all-aluminum craft is controlled by two rudders. During the last few thousand feet of flight, the craft appears to be coming in too steeply to land safely. However, in the last few seconds, test pilot Thompson lifts the ship's blunt nose, levels off, pops the craft's landing wheels into position, and lands on a dry lake bed at about 200 miles an hour. Happy landing for a satellite ferry of the future. Atlanta Stadium, Georgia, where the coaches All-America East-West game previews King football. The game is only 2 minutes old when the East kicks and Johnny Rowland of Missouri waits for it, drops it, and East recovers on West's 36-yard line. Jim Grabowski, Illinois fullback, plunges for a TD. Gogolak's kick makes it 7-0 East. Fullback Walt Garrison of Oklahoma State skirts his left end to score, and the West comes pounding back. East 7, West 6. Randy the Rifle Johnson passes to Jim Lindsay, Arkansas halfback, and hits him for good yardage as the West unveils its attack. Once again, Johnson goes to the air, throwing to Lindsay, and the repeat performance is good for 6 points. West 12, East 7. In the second half, Johnson fires one to left end Bobby Crockett of Arkansas, good for 11 yards. On his own 3, Johnson can't find a receiver, so he elects to run it himself, proving he's as good on the ground as in the air. The West leads 18-7, and still Johnson goes to the air. This time he zeroes in on tailback Donnie Anderson, and the West looks unbeatable. Just to prove he can do it again, Johnson encores with a beautifully timed flare-out pass pattern to Anderson. The West wins 24-7, largely on the arm of Johnson. Bush Memorial Stadium in St. Louis on the banks of the Mississippi, the scene of the 37th Major League All-Star Baseball game, attracting 50,000 fans. With one out in the second, Sandy Koufax throws to batter Brooks Robinson, Baltimore third baseman, who hits a sinking line drive to left. Hank Aaron tries for a shoestring catch, and the ball rolls nearly to the wall. Robinson pulls up at third with an important triple. Koufax delivers. Too hard, too high, over the head of catcher Joe Torre. On the wild pitch, Robinson trots home from third, and the American League scores 1-0. In the fourth inning, Willie Mays lines a single off Jim Cott, the left-hander from Minnesota. Roberto Clemente follows Mays' example, also lines a base hit to put men on first and second for the Nationals. Later, with 2 out, Ron Santo hits a slow bouncer toward third. Brooks Robinson races in, but there's no play anywhere, and Mays scores, making it a tie game. Almost upstaging the ball game is the thermometer, which goes over 100, driving box seat holders out of the sun. Bottom of the 10th, Pete Reichert, a left-hander from Washington, throws to Tim McCarver, who hits his first pitch through the right side for a sharp line single. Reichert delivers once more, and Ron Hunt bunts perfectly. Reichert fields it, no play at second, and he has to throw out Hunt at first. McCarver advancing to second. Maury Wills lines a single, and McCarver gets a good jump leaving second. Oliva races over from right, fields the ball as McCarver rounds third with the winning run. Oliva's throw is high, several feet wide of the plate. There's no chance for a tag, and McCarver scores to win it. National League 2, American League 1.